Let's go ahead and start the meeting. This is the Historic District Commission, Town of Fairfield. Today is February 12th, 2026. The notice of this hearing was published on Friday, January 27th edition of the Fairfield Citizen. Let's go ahead and take attendance. Art,
Art Ravanis, Commissioner, present.
Jim,
Present,
Jim Akmondo,
Jim Accomando, present.
Greg,
Greg Valenti, present.
Darren,
Darren Raymond Locke, present.
Jim B. Jim B is present as well. We are gonna try to just go ahead and use all the commissioners. We have two alternates. So in case any of the commissioners need to leave early, we'll use Greg Valente, who is here in person. The first item in the agenda is Candace Singleton and Nicholas Pagnosi, 106 Old Post Road, Fairfield, Connecticut, for a property located at 106 Old Post Road, addition above the existing garage to accommodate bedroom number 3, and a new primary bedroom, bathroom, walk-in closet, and balcony located off the primary bedroom. It doesn't seem that we have anyone here to present this application, so we're gonna move on to the next one and wait to see if they show up. The next item in the agenda is Graham and Catherine Nitz, 160 Harbor Road, Southport, Connecticut, for a property located at 160 Harbor Road, for A, proposed addition to the north side of the barn. B, two proposed dormers facing the street. C, proposed cupola. D, replace windows and doors. E, proposed landing, steps, and patio with bluestones, treads, and fieldstone risers. F, modify existing retaining wall at the north end of the barn. G, proposed dormer on the west elevation. H, replace roof and siding. I, scones at doors. Is there anyone here to present this application?
Yes. I'm Linda Batchelder from Baker Batchelder Architects, and I'm here representing Catherine and Graham Nitz. So I passed out some photographs just to familiarize yourself if you hadn't had the chance to get out there this month. And then also in there are more specifics on the light fixture that we're proposing. So for the existing barn here, this is the side looking towards the house, and this is where we're planning on putting the 10-foot addition proposing, which is on this side. And then there are the dormers that are going on the front, the cupola, and around on back, which is this side, is where we're proposing the larger addition. So yes, that's where the 10-foot addition is going. So looking at the survey, the 10-foot addition is here. The existing barn is here in white, and the two additions are in gray. We're proposing steps down towards the house, a little patio area, and then steps down to the existing flatlet. In a larger plan view. Thank you. This is the existing garage underneath the barn, and we'd like to use the space under the 10-foot addition for kids' bikes and a way for the children to get in there and get bikes and things out. We're going uphill here, and there's a lot of outcropping, so there'll be crawl space if possible. That's about it. And then this is the 10-foot addition, a little patio area leading down to steps. This is an existing wall, which we're planning on modifying. Right now, it goes right to the barn. And we'd like to cut it back, leaving this part and just run it back in to maintain the retaining wall. And then these are the two little dormers on the front. There's an existing lock there now that has almost no headroom, so we're looking to make that a usable space. So after December's hearing, is it December or January?
I think January. Yeah.
January's hearing, thank you. We took the commission's advice to go a little bit more modern, differentiate from the house. I put the architecture of the front of the house down here so that you can see that this is now, I think, pretty well differentiated from the house. With the window style now mimicking a 2/2 style in the barn, although they are all awning or casement type windows. We are changing the style right now. These barn doors match the siding. They're basically flush with siding over them. And what we are looking to do is to make it a little bit more stylized and finished looking and putting in kind of the diagonal that is iconic in our barn kind of imagery. And so this is the existing gable, and then we're looking to put in 2 small shed dormers. What we're trying to do is right now inside the barn is extremely dark. And so everything we're working towards is making the space that is fully vaulted lighter and brighter. And so then we have 1 small cupola at the very top. Here is where we're walking out the door on the side, and there's a railing here that is wood with just a infill of net wire mesh behind it. This is the door to where the children can go in and out, and this is the wall. That is the retaining wall, and the new steps proposed down to the existing path. From the house, if I was standing in that backyard looking at this, this is the new landing, and then there's a patio here that runs into grade. This is a bifold door so that they can really open up to have big gatherings. There's a little bit of a roof to protect those doors, and then windows above. This side's not visible from the street. And then this side is facing the neighbors. And we've run into the windows a little bit. The more we've studied it, we'd like to have windows over the sink in the kitchen. And so we tried to remove this one as well to try and balance what is going on. The materials, this is a cedar siding to match. And the roof will also be an architectural shingle similar to what's there. We're asking to put gutters on the house, on the barn right now, there are none. And there's been a lot of damage to the siding with the water hitting the barn. So there will be copper gutters here and here as well. Along. We're not planning on putting it here, but along the dock here. And none on the dormers. The stone right now it's a veneer. The barn was built in 2001. And so it's fairly modern, but we feel we're going to match it to the best of our abilities. Any questions? Art?
None for me, thank you.
Jim?
No, I'm good.
Thanks.
Brian?
No questions.
Darren?
No questions. Thank you for taking all the comments from the pre-application into consideration. It looks really good.
Thank you.
Jim B?
No questions, thank you.
Thank you. I don't have any questions. Is there anyone from the public that has any questions? Hearing none, we did not receive any letters in favor of this application or any letters opposing this application, so this hearing is now closed.
Thank you very much.
The next item in the agenda, we're gonna go back to the first one, Candace Singleton and Nicholas Pagnozzi. 106 Old Post Road, Fairfield, Connecticut, for a property located at 106 Old Post Road. For A, the addition above the existing garage to accommodate bedroom number 3, add a new primary bedroom, bathroom, walk-in closet, and a balcony located off the primary bedroom. Is there anyone here representing this application?
Yes, I am.
Can you introduce yourself, please?
Good evening, members of the committee. I'm Patricio Rodriguez. I am representing JP Engineering and showed how is the improvements that we made from the last meeting that we had before. Okay, we have a few weeks ago, the previous the pre-meeting, and we have all the suggestions that you have. And this is the garage, the existing garage, the addition is above this.
Can you guys actually move it a little bit more center here on that tip banks? That I can see. Thank you.
We have two. This is the addition in black walls. We have this almost 5 feet setback zoning requirement on the second floor. That's why we have this one here. And what we need, unfinished storage, and lower the height and it's accessible, but the door is just 32 inches high. It's just for storage or some kind of equipment. And this is the existing house right now. And how it's going to look. We capture all your suggestions and we eliminate from the beginning. We have the 3 dormers here. We eliminate those and we lower the reach of the addition to keep that addition like a secondary from the elevation. It doesn't have to disturb like the main thing in the house. And we separate the windows that somebody suggests. Some commission suggests we have 2 double windows there. The elevation. Here. The elevation from the back. This is the roof that we have to demo. It will be the addition. Elevation from the side. The roof that we have to eliminate, the addition, and the small balcony. This is going to be like the living room, have a better idea how it looks. So everything to lower the impact of the visual from the front street. In the presentation, we have a few comparisons that this is still to show from the street from the other houses. And next to the project. If those are the exterior photos, for example, 85 Old Coast Road. 157 Old Coast Road, 310. 323. And finally, you see how it's going to look the addition compared to the proximal 2 houses next to. We check a few the sizes of the house. I think all the houses has the same basically footprint area. For example, 85 Old Post Road has 39 by 95. 157 Old Post Road is 45 by 46. 310 Old Post Road is 55 by 43. And our house is 54 by 33. That's the same footprint, is not nothing too big to from the street view. That's the existing condition right now with the existing garage. Those are the materials that we keep the same materials that we have right now. You have any question?
Art,
No questions, thank you.
Jim,
No questions, thanks.
Brett,
No questions.
Darren,
No questions.
Jim B.
No questions.
I do not have any questions. Is there anyone from the public that has any questions? Hearing none, we did not receive any letters in favor of this application or opposing this application, so this hearing is now closed. Thank you. We're gonna move on to the considerations of the public hearing. The first item in the agenda is Candace Singleton and Nicholas Pagnosi. So the second presentation that we saw, it's gonna be the first item in the agenda. 106 Old Post Road, Fairfield, Connecticut, for a property located at 106 Old Post Road. For A, the addition above the existing garage to accommodate bedroom number 3, a new primary bedroom, bathroom, walk-in closet, and a balcony located off the primary bedroom. Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve all items as presented.
I'll second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, let's take a vote. All in favor? Okay, the motion passes. The next item in the agenda is Bram and Catherine Nitt, 160 Harbor Road, Southport, Connecticut, 06890, for a property located at 160 Harbor Road for A, proposed addition to the north side of the barn, B, 2 proposed dormers facing the street, C, proposed cupola, D, replace windows and doors, E, proposed landing, steps, and patio with bluestone threads and fieldstone risers, F, modify existing retaining wall at north end of barn, G, proposed dormer on the west elevation, H, replace roof and siding, I, scones at the doors. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve as submitted.
Anyone second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, let's take a vote. All in favor? The motion passes. Okay. The next item is the approval of the minutes. The first one was from January 8th, 2025 for the public hearing meeting. Is there a motion to approve the minutes as distributed?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any question, any comments? Hearing none, all in favor? Okay, it passes. The next item was the pre-application meeting on January 8th, 2025. Is there a motion?
2026.
2026. My apologies, yes. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Okay, anyone seconds?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Passes. Next item is the chairman's report. There were no repairs during this month. For demolitions, if we could make a motion to add one additional demolition to the 7 that were included in the agenda. Anyone makes the motion?
What property?
Hmm?
What property?
For 41 Cherry Lane, Fairfield, Connecticut.
I'll move to include 141 Cherry Lane.
41,
141,
No. just 4.
41 Cherry Lane to the list of demolitions.
Anyone seconds?
Second.
All in favor? Okay. So the items for demolition are, the properties for demolition are as follows. The first one is 67 Rakoczy Avenue, which is this property here. The second one is 476 Mill Hill Terrace. The next one, 85 Dogwood Lane. The next one is 95 Old Post Road in Southport. The next one is 222 Stilson Road, and this is the area next to the parking lot of the Bank of America Trader Joe's complex. Not sure, I'm assuming there's a property there, but this is the view from the street. The next one is 211 High Street. One 21 Longdon Road. And 41 Sherry Lane. So these are the 8 properties that this month came with notifications that they're gonna be demolished. The next item is violations. The one violation that I reached out to the owners was 965 Old Post Road. They removed a picket fence gate and added a metal gate. They indicated that it's not gonna be visible from the street. However, it is visible because the picket fence that they're gonna bring back is a low picket fence, so you're able to see that gate from some locations on the right of way. I advised the property owner to complete a certificate of appropriateness for this gate that has already been installed. And I'll follow with them. In the old business, we had the idea of a presentation of the guidelines to the community. We just brought that up the last time. We might want to make a subcommittee or have further discussion now that we have all the guidelines on our website. So if there's anyone interested in being in a subcommittee for the presentation, we can discuss that at a later moment. The next one is the membership in the National Alliance of Preservation Commissions for CLG. I'm waiting for the informal invitation from the State Historic Preservation office that they were gonna send us the login information for that. So as soon as I have that, I'll share with all of you. In terms of new business, we have the town newsletter. I'm not sure if anyone received the newsletter. But there was an article in the newsletter about the different questions about the Historic District Commission. So if
Is
you,
this the one from the first select person?
yes,
Okay,
yes. So it was there and it was also in the Facebook feed of the town. So the next item is the historic property inventory. In the past, we were able to go into the Historic Museum's website and click on the historic property inventory. Once the town updated the website, it seems that the link to that property inventory was lost. So we're trying to see if we can get that back somehow. But more importantly, it seems that we should have perhaps an update to the inventories. The last one was done in 1988, and if I remember correctly, the one after that was either 10 or 15 years after. So it seems that we're possibly in need of an update to this. So we might be able to apply for a grant and see if we can update the inventory. Any comments, questions, discussion? No?
Rosina, that last thing you mentioned, that's an inventory of buildings in the historic district?
throughout the town.
Okay. Okay. And what's the next step in that?
It will be for us to possibly put together a request for the grant.
Okay.
Okay? Anyone else has any other new business?
Great picture.
None for me.
Okay? So hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
One last thing, Rosina,
No, you-
look at this town newsletter, put up on our website,
Sorry?
this town newsletter mentioned, where there's the mention of the Historic District Commission.
It's basically,
It's Christine Vitale's newsletter. We're in the 126th edition,
correct.
January 26th.
Okay. She puts out every Friday.
I don't think every Friday, I think like maybe once or twice a month.
Well, yeah, because 126 is a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, so but the clickable title is the January 26th.
There was a motion to adjourn.
What? The January 26th of
January 26th called Make the Connection.
town newsletter.
Yes.
You'll see it.
Thank you.
So again, the motion to adjourn, Art, put it forward, Jim A.
Yeah.
seconded, all in favor? It passes, thank you very much. This concludes the public hearing and meeting. There will be a pre-application meeting following.
You